The New York City underworld was a brutal and unforgiving place, and there was always someone who was looking to take down the boss. One of the biggest threats to Sal's empire came from a rival crime boss named Vito the Viper Conti. Conti was a ruthless man who had built his own criminal empire in the shadows, and he was always looking for ways to expand his power. He saw Sal as a rival, and he was determined to take him down. The conflict between Sal and Conti came to a head in the late 1960s, when Conti made a bold play for power. He had his sights set on one of Sal's key territories, and he was willing to do whatever it took to get it. Sal was ready for the fight, however, and he rallied his forces for a brutal and bloody war. For months, the two bosses clashed in a series of violent skirmishes, each trying to gain the upper hand. Sal was a cunning and resourceful man, however, and he was able to outmaneuver Conti at every turn. In the end, Sal emerged victorious, and Conti was forced to flee the city in defeat. Despite his victory over Conti, Sal knew that the threat of conflict was never far away. The New York City underworld was always in flux, and there were always new challenges to be faced. He was a man who was always prepared for war, however, and he was always ready to defend his empire. With his position as the head of one of New York City's most powerful mafia families secured, Salvatore "Sal" Moretti set about building an empire that would endure for decades. He was a man of exceptional intelligence and cunning, and he had a vision for the future of the city's criminal underworld. One of Sal's first priorities was to expand the reach of his organization. He formed alliances with other mafia families, pooling resources and sharing information in order to strengthen his position. He also began to diversify the family's criminal enterprises, branching out into new areas such as loan sharking, prostitution, and gambling. Sal was also known for his willingness to use violence to get what he wanted. He was a ruthless enforcer, and he was feared by his enemies. He used this fear to keep his rivals in line, and he was always quick to act against anyone who threatened his power. Despite these ruthless tactics, Sal was also a charismatic and persuasive leader. He had a way of winning people over, and he was able to build a network of loyal followers who were devoted to him. He was a man of his word, and he was known for his honesty and his fairness. In addition to building his criminal empire, Sal was also a man of great vision. He saw the importance of investing in the future, and he was a key player in the development of New York City's infrastructure. He used his vast wealth to fund public works projects, such as the construction of roads, bridges, and parks. Sal was also a man of great compassion. He was deeply committed to his community, and he was known for his generosity and his kindness. He was a mentor to many young men in the neighborhood, offering them guidance and support as they navigated the challenges of life on the street. In many ways, Sal was a paradox. He was a ruthless criminal boss, feared by his enemies and respected by his followers. But he was also a man of great compassion, a visionary who was committed to building a better future for his community. He was a man who left a lasting impact on New York City, and his legacy would endure for generations. With his iron will, his cunning intelligence, and his unwavering commitment to his vision, Salvatore "Sal" Moretti was a force to be reckoned with. A man who left an indelible mark on the city's criminal underworld and its history. Over the years, Sal faced countless other conflicts and wars, each one a test of his strength and resolve. Through it all, he remained steadfast, always ready to do whatever it took to protect his family and his empire. His legacy as one of New York City, his most feared and respected crime bosses, was cemented in the annals of history, a testament to his cunning, his strength, and his unwavering loyalty to those he loved.